Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. And we're diving into a plane that we did when it first came out with the Japan World Update on the PC and Xbox. Didn't really like it when I first flew it. It originally had career support, and then for whatever reason the career support disappeared, never came back. But the free trial is there on the marketplace on the PlayStation 5 Pro as well, or PlayStation 5 in general. And that's how we have the plane. So we'll just kind of mess with that today. But the other thing I want to talk about is, of course, Sim Update 5's beta is not too far away. Let me go ahead and get the official wording here. Because during yesterday's blog post, the first one of the new year, they mentioned it. Oh, there we go. I don't know what. But anyways, they said Happy New Year 2026. We hope everyone had a safe, relaxing, and joyous holiday period, and we're thrilled to kick off a new year of flight simming with you. We've got plenty of exciting things planned for 2026, with Sim Update 5 being first on the list. The SU5 public beta is targeted to begin in the coming weeks. Targeted to begin in the couple in oh my what am I Let's reset. With Sim Update okay. The SU5 public beta is targeted to begin in the coming weeks. Goodness. So keep watching this space for more information if you'd like to join and help test the next major update to MSFS 2024. And that's it. There's nothing else information-wise about it, but still exciting to see them talk about it. So probably middle of January, we'll be diving into the beta. It'll be interesting to see. I'm still hoping the way it'll work on PlayStation is the beta that we were on before, where we have two separate versions of the sim. That would be really cool. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so there we go. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Friday. The weekend is here. And all right. Sorry, I got distracted by the forum posts of, because I made a post about the whole reputation system, because I finished up like a 3-hour, 4-hour flight. Everything went perfectly, had high scores in every of the categories. I get to the reputation part, and it goes down. Most annoying thing ever. If I'm getting an S rank in a mission, there's no reason why my reputation should go down a chunk. Yet there's people saying, oh, it's doing that because of this. You didn't have... It was 95%, but you need to have... It's impossible to get a full 100% on cargo and passenger transport, because no matter what you do, if you're dealing with turbulence or anything like that, that can deduct points. But either way, if you get an S rank in a mission, the reputation should never go down. That's the main point. So I don't know why people are trying to make it like, oh, it's doing this because it shouldn't be doing it at all. Okay, all right. But anyways, this is the... I always forget what this thing... It's such a weird name that I always forget it. It's the NAMC YS11 from AnyBuilds. Again, this is something that we flew when it first came out with the Japan World Update. I mean, it's a cool looking plane, don't get me wrong, but I kind of forgot why I didn't like it. So, I don't know why all of a sudden this is not happy. What is happening? Why are you doing that? Something's not... Hang on, let me restart. I don't know why it's doing that all of a sudden. It wasn't doing that before. But hello, Norfolk and Monorific, Almost Aaron, Brian, Simon, FMJ, Diecast with $1.99 again. Thank you so much. New at this, and I stink, but you're a huge help. Oh, you'll get the hang of it, Diecast. Don't worry about not getting it in order right off the bat. It'll take a... Oh, okay, I need to... Something is weird. And I don't know why. It was fine until I started talking about the plane. Oh, man. But again, thank you very much, Diecast. Just take your time with it, have fun, and you'll get the hang of it. Any beta codes? Nope. And Norfolk, my standard PS5 keeps getting shut down completely in career mode, say after 20 minutes into every mission, so I can't at the moment. I do not know. That's very odd. And Janison4382, hello! Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. But yeah, that was odd. I'm so confused by why that was happening. It's like, okay, something obviously isn't right. Maybe that's why I didn't like the plane. Because I really forgot what because I knew we flew it, and I was happy it was a free trial because I didn't waste money on it, so we'll see if those feelings still stand. Sim Update 5 beta is starting in a couple weeks. Career mode is completely broken everywhere. It is also garbage and not fun. I recommend just playing the game with a checklist of goals instead. Okay. My sim has been acting weird the last couple of hours. I noticed, because somebody brought up US West in the video yesterday, and it's gone. And then I had an error code pop up saying multiplayer traffic or whatever is not functioning here. I don't know what it was. We'll see if it pops up again. But, let's try this again with the plane, because I don't know why it was acting really weird all of a sudden, so we'll see how that goes. Every update and everything will be simultaneous with every platform. There will be no difference in release dates. I did not mean to spawn in the air. Let's try this again here. Oh yeah, there it is. Multiplayer server unavailable in this region. So, I need to see if anybody's posted about US West. And also, let me get that so I can use that as an image if nobody's posted about it just yet. So I think it's just this plane. Because it stutters every 5 seconds, 3 seconds. I think I'm starting to remember why I didn't like this plane when it first released. Let me just make sure it's not happening with everything, because if that's the case, I'm going to be a bit worried. I mean, I'm not seeing anybody post. People really don't post about things very much on the forums. I just want to double check if anybody's written multiplayer server unavailable. Oh, somebody did post. Finally, I found something. Goodness. Multiplayer traffic keeps disappearing on West Europe and West US servers. I've just received information that there has been a server-side deployment that should help combat this issue. That was 2 days ago, so obviously that's not the case. Hang on, let me. I'll worry about that later. It's gonna take a little bit. I'll need to reply to that. But anyways, let's try this now and see if. So yeah, that plane is just not good. Not surprising. Any build is always terrible at optimizing their aircraft. Alright, so we'll just fly this then. I was going to fly something different just because, but I'm not going to be dealing with that stutter every 3 seconds. I'll have to write a post about that as well. Oh, it's back again, but it doesn't want to. That's funny. Multiplayer server issue resolved. Oh, and now it's gone again. Okay. Well, on East US today. Anyways. But yeah, that plane sucks. So I'm not surprised my feelings haven't changed with it. Just terrible. Oh, I just realized. Hang on. I just saw. Oh, we also need to remove this. Oh, wait. No, we. Wait. Yeah, we do want it. Hang on. There we go. Uh-oh, the plane's leaving. I can't walk fast enough. Hold up. But yeah, that sucks. I was hoping just to fly something different today, but. Because I don't even think any builds has updated that plane once since it released. Which is why, for me personally, any builds is just really hit or miss. I mean, most of the time a miss for me. Just for the fact that I just hate how they don't really care about optimization. They just expect everybody to have, like, the most high-end systems all the time. Because even on PC, the thing is not great. The YMAC, or whatever the thing's called. Oh yeah, the West US stuff will still work in that stream we did, but it is not currently. Cowtown, make a video about how worrying it is that Microsoft can just decide to stop supporting the game and it's all gone. What is... I don't even know what you're saying, honestly. So I'm just... okay. Anyways, hello Sean, welcome to the stream. What planes are you excited for when the spring update comes? I mean, the C-160, I mean, everything that we've been talking about for the past 3 months on content. But the biggest one, personally, is that C-160 from Azure Poly. That aircraft is the best money I've spent on anything in the sim. Just such a fantastically made thing, and it's going to be heavy cargo supported, which will be nice. Looking forward to that. And yes, Sash, that is the goal. Just free flight. Starting off in Colorado. We'll just see. I mean, it was originally going to be another plane, but the plane sucks, so... We're back in my fantastic Albatross. Maybe do some water landings, but why are we not live weather, by the way? Because this is not anything that's happened in the last day. That's why. Let's change this on up, because it should be a nice heaping dose of snow on the ground when it fully updates. There we go. Much better. It really should look like that at the airport too, but it's kind of cool to see the different layers of snow that you can have. But yeah, it was a good foot of snow. Hey, it's bullets. I knew I saw bullets earlier. You know what? Let's head south. I've always kind of headed towards Telluride. Let's go towards Pueblo, do some water landings in the lake. And we can head down into New Mexico or something. I've changed my mind. And then, of course, some other things I'll get in the marketplace. My airport here, the add-on. Because a lot of the stuff that I bought, like the F-35 and things, I'm not going to buy on the PlayStation side of things. Those were more so just purchases for videos. Because I'm really thinking about what other aircraft I'm really wanting to purchase. And right now, the only one that comes to mind is the C-160. Everything else I've bought, like, don't get me wrong, there's other things that I've enjoyed, but... yeah, I don't know. I just have such a huge list of things, and the C-160 is the only thing that comes to mind currently. Let's do... this. I'll just do an altitude hold. I'm not really too worried about climbing at the moment. The other thing I was wanting to look at is, do I have any de-icing mechanics in this? I do. Put that on as well. I mean, if it ends up being too much of an ice buildup, we can just get rid of the snow, it's fine. Wing and tail de-icer. Oh, that's just the pressure for the de-ice. Nice. Excellent. Let's get all our lights on, by the way. Because, I mean, I might get rid of the snow anyways, just so we can actually see something. It's just clouds the whole time. But, let's see here. Hey, Fatal, welcome to the stream. Is this the same plane from the film Commando? No, I can't say it right now. I have no idea. I've never watched that movie. Have I been to Trinidad? I have. It was one of the first places I saw when we drove up from Los Angeles after the flight from Hawaii. Did a nice road trip from California to Colorado and had some lovely McDonald's in Trinidad. Finally upgraded to the Cessna, which pays out $500,000 plus. Very nice, Fatal. Some third-party needs to make a career-supported Embraer E2. I'd buy the 190 and 195. I'd be surprised if we don't see some of the Embraer airliners just from the default sim itself at some point. Because I would love to have that as well. I mean, I like the Embraers. So I agree. Would love to have that in career. Do you know if Flight Sim ever said anything about the server issues? So... Oh, wait. Oh! That's why. I've been made aware that the North Europe and West US servers have now been retired. For the players using automatic region selection, the change to different servers should already mean you have been migrated to a new server region. For those of you who have selected your region manually, you should have received a notification advising you to change your region. If not, when you next launch the title, it will automatically select the next region. I don't have any further information at this time regarding the retirement of these servers. Weird. Why? Why did they do that? That's really weird. And kind of worrying. It's weird. This person said, I have a fast-growing community that does daily group flights. Why do you have to mention that? But, okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Everybody that always, like, side promotes themselves indirectly. So there we go. That answers the question as to why that was happening. I'm still not sure why, though. That's weird. Because, I mean, we've had those servers. I think 2020 had those, too. I mean, it makes sense. You see more people that way. It's less spread out. So, I mean, maybe that could be a reason why. By the way, I'm going to turn off live weather so we can actually see something. It's no fun for a stream when all we see is cloud. Oh, okay, I don't want to have that many clouds. Hang on. Just give me a few clouds. Thank you. Okay, that works. Something to look at. But also see the ground. And get some of this ice off of here. No, big chungus. You could just switch the server. You're not stuck on your specific region. Because if we wanted to, we could switch over to the Asian servers, the European servers, and everything. It's just under online, and then you switch it from here. So you can absolutely still join. There's just 2 less servers. So there's no more North European or West US servers. So we might get some information about it in the next developer stream, but it seems kind of odd that there was no announcement for it. It was just kind of like, oh, by the way, it's gone. Because I doubt it was a cost thing. It's running off of Microsoft's Azure services, or servers. And the A400. But huh. Interesting. It just, the weird thing for me though is, why wouldn't they announce that? I'm so confused. I'm just looking through the replies here. guess we'll see. Because the only thing I can think of is maybe the player count just was spread out so much between those. But maybe the cloud has answers for Anyways, I mean, overall I'm okay with it. I mean, it sucks specifically for, because I don't really know how it is in Europe with latency and all that stuff. I don't know, I'm just confused. No. Yeah. Oop, wrong button. Disengage autopilot. It's every platform, has nothing to do with PlayStation. No platform has West, US, or North European servers anymore. Because again, any changes that happen to the sim is happening for everybody. It isn't just specific to one platform. Thank you, Cowtown, for the explanation. I've been waiting for you to go live just to tell you this because I was wondering for so long as I could, still play with you, and that's fine. Yep, it's all good. You'll still be able to hop on in. But it's all good, Big Chungus. There'll be plenty of streams in the future that you'll be able to hop on into. By the way, glad everybody's absolutely loving the Marketplace series videos. They take a lot of time to make and edit, but it's worth it. Like, it's awesome that you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed the changes to the editing on there. I really like the way it turned out. With the visuals, being able to have the price, the developer on the screen, showcase if it's career supported, what platforms it's available on. It'll be nice when I'll be able to put PC, Xbox, and PlayStation on that. But overall, really happy with how that series is turning out. And I think I'm going to do Monday, Thursdays, just because that way everybody's just up to date on everything. Because if I skip Monday and wait for Thursday, holy crap, it was already 3 hours plus to edit that whole video and get everything situated for just one day. I don't want to imagine doing 2 days in one video and so we'll just make it Monday, Thursdays for that. Still grateful for your help with the add fuel shortcut, currently sitting on a $60 million credit onwards to that 200 mark for some big birds. Nice, Wolf! And yes, it's such a handy tool. I mean, because there's just some planes where it's impossible to complete the flight without it. So it's really nice to have that, because then you're not worried about it. It's like, I'm not going to spend 4 hours on this flight, and then my plane crashes because it runs out of fuel. So it's really handy to have. I'm glad it was helpful. I've still just been doing my lovely I keep saying CJ4 citation missions. Just love flying that thing. And yep, Norfolk, currently you will have to do maintenance on all of them individually. It's been something that's been in the wish list for a little bit regarding overall maintenance on, especially once you get to a point where you do have a lot of planes. I mean, just overall, once you get to that certain level of a ton of planes, the whole thing needs to be kind of adjusted anyways, because it eventually gets to a point where the way the menu's set up currently, it just doesn't work out for so many different planes. Which is why I typically stick to about 10 planes. Because I just don't want to deal with running through all of that, especially if you assign AI pilots to it. Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine doing maintenance on so many planes. Bought what plane? What plane glitches out? I upgraded to Premium Deluxe today. Any reason you're not using the Cessna Longitude? I don't like the performance out of it. It needs to be optimized more. Because I don't think it changed with Sim Update 4. I can check again, but... Oh, yeah, it sucks. That's why I'm so glad I did the free trial, because I did the free trial when it released on PC and Xbox, and it sucked then, too. So I decided to do the free trial, because I was like, oh, maybe something changed. I realized they didn't even update it since it released. Which, again, is why I'm not that big of a fan of any builds. Because at first I thought you were talking about the CJ4 or this, the Albatross. I was like, I know these two planes aren't. Is that FMJ in a Beluga, or is that the Dreamlifter? The Dreamlifter, nice. Are you going to go for a water landing? Try maintaining 97 aircraft, all with AI pilots on. Takes at least an hour of my week each. Oh my. That sounds horrendous. But it would be nice to have a delegated maintenance button for everything. You just hit one button and it does all the main components that do need to be worked on, and then you're done. Something that like that absolutely needs to get into career mode for the players that have just a boatload of aircraft in their hangar. And yes, I mean, if you can always do the add fuel option as well, which is what I have for career mode specifically. Now, not all the planes work with the add fuel for some reason, but the ones that do have fuel issues or run out of fuel way too fast, it does work there. So if you go to controls, type in add fuel. I have it set to square and left on the D-pad. It's the same button I have for slew mode, but of course, in career mode, there is no slew mode, so it's not interfering with anything. But yeah, I highly recommend, especially with the PC-24. I also use it for my CJ4, because I don't want to deal with the plane running out of fuel just because of anything out of my control. Because you can't land anywhere you want to refuel. It'll fail the mission. So really no other choice other than to have that set up. And it's nice to have because then you're not worried about it. It's like, oh, I need to top up on fuel, square and left on the D-pad a couple times, and it's all good. So, here. Once I'm doing this water landing here, I want to showcase that, and then we'll hop into longitude, see if it's changed or been improved on performance-wise. Oh, sweet right there. And don't worry, everybody that's flying with me right here, just stay around this area, I'll be right back. Is that the Hercules I see back here? The Albatross, I still feel like, has the best water effects in the entire sim. I hope the guy who made... I think Mike. Yes, Mike Johnson. I hope you make more planes, because this one's excellent. Oh, nice little low flyby of the Dreamlifter. Beautiful. Alright, let's see this Hercules landing really quick. But yeah, and then, I'll show you what I do with maintenance in career mode, and then we'll hop in the longitude and free flight. Oh. We'll just ignore... Oh, okay. We'll just ignore the no props moving on the multiplayer model here. Okay, interesting strategy. We're going for the diving method. I think the Hercules is going to turn into a submarine here shortly. Oh, very nice. Look at that. Oh, we got some floating now. And that was due to the... What is that? Oh, they're little... I didn't even realize that's on. That's kind of funny. Little weights, I guess? Very nice. Oh, okay, maybe not so... Good recovery there. Oh, there... Okay. Alright, I take back my statement of very nice. Things have fallen apart for the Hercules. But alright, guys, just stay here. I'll be right back. I just want to showcase some things in career mode just quickly here, and then I'll be back. That was great. Your last ooh. Oh. I mean, thank you very much. I didn't realize anything went wrong. Okay, well, thanks for 3 million. Appreciate it. So, anyways, regarding the, are the engines off for 1 year later? We still don't have a basic turbo turning prop texture. Just on the multiplayer model, it's broke. Let's go to the CJ4 here. So, typically what I mean, obviously you won't... see, this is why I like to stay limited with my aircraft in the companies. So... Oh, I think I just did this. Let me go to my PC24, hang on. Don't want to waste 50,000 for something I just did yesterday. I guess I did this. Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever. Just spend it. So you get the delegated maintenance, which will just do like a basic thing of the major things. Typically what I do is I don't do that. Because what ends up happening is there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't need to be replaced yet that's really expensive. So, like, let's say it's like, okay, there's some maintenance for your engine. It could be just the oil, but then it'll put in the engines as well on top of it. So instead of spending, what is oil, 166 credits for each oil reservoir, you'd be spending hundreds of thousands instead. I mean, okay, you're still fixing other things, but you don't necessarily need to fix the turbine engines already when they're brand new or anything, or if they're in the good condition and there's just a little bit of wear. So, I mean, that's why I always like to personally go in individually and be like, okay, I'll top up my engines or my oil quantity, a few hundred credit for that, and then that's done. Same goes for, I believe it's electrical system. Yes. Because the same thing will happen here with delegated maintenance is $500,000. It's like, oh man, there must be a lot wrong with it. And then you click on the details, and everything's pretty much good to go. Your battery can be replaced for 8,000 credits, the alternator for 14,000, and everything else is near perfect. Oh, and then the battery for another 8,000. Done. So So that's why I typically don't use the delegated maintenances, because you're spending more money on things that you really don't need to spend on just yet. I mean, obviously once you get to a point where you just have a boatload of credits anyways, that doesn't matter. But if you're in the early stages of it, I recommend just kind of going through the components separately and repairing it that way, because then you can kind of just... I don't mean to do that. You can just go into details and then see the one specific thing that isn't doing too hot, and then move on from that. So that is how I do it. Alright, let's see how the longitude's doing, because I mean there might have been some improvements, because I've seen more and more people say they love the longitude, which is great. Oh, look at everybody at the lake. Alright, let's just see how this is doing here. The other thing I'd like to see from the marketplace too is aircraft that do have free trials. It'd be nice to have a section for free trial participants. They don't have to rate it specifically to, you know, get the rating, and then, I mean, it could be part of it, I guess. But it'd be nice to leave a review as to why you didn't purchase it after the free trial. Is it because you don't think it's worth the money? Is it because of performance or just the overall quality of the air, you know, stuff like that? It would be nice, because then I would leave a 1-star review for the AnyBuilds YMAC aircraft, or whatever the thing's called, because it's just oh, not the PC-24, hang on. Let's get the longitude here. But yeah, US West server is gone, as is the North European server. They've both been retired. So from now on, you'll find me on US East. I mean, I'll wait a little bit, I'll see if it catches up, but I'm not having much high hopes. This is why I don't like the longitude. The thing's always been poorly optimized. But I'll do a flight with it just to see. Maybe it just takes a little bit longer for it to figure out its life. But, we'll see. Hi, co-pilot. Because I want to fly to longitude, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the plane, but we'll see if some changes happened. Maybe it's just that initial load-in that still needs some work. Because so far in the aircraft itself, it's nice. Is the lights at the top? Oh, yeah, they are. Because I haven't flown this in a little bit. Oh. I always forget about it. You know, because I love the controller speaker thing. I use that every single time I'm playing on my own without content. And I always forget about it until I'm hearing it for the first time. Emergency lights are off. Are they over here on the left? No. I'm so used to my Other citations cockpit, no. Well, the emergency lights, I would imagine, are with the lights. There they are. What else we got going on? Start aborted R. Oh, that's good. That might have been my fault, though, because I was trying to... Hang on. I won't blame the plane for that, because I think I might have interfered with the boot up, so that was probably me. So I'll let that reboot. Takeoff data. Takeoff run available. 10,460 feet. Takeoff flaps 1. Thrust reversers stowed.
TOS system test. Okay.
TOS systems test. Okay. Nothing against her, but the guy's voice for the TOS systems test. Okay is better. Initialization process not completed. Confirm the initialization process should be exited. Okay. Well, we did it. It's fine. Emergency lights are on. Perfect. All right. Now that I didn't interfere with the boot up process, yeah, it has something with it loading the aircraft itself causes, like, I don't know what it is, but it's not happy when it goes between internal. Well, internal is fine. It's just the external one, after a little bit, is not very happy. But thankfully, outside of the camera change optimization, it seems like everything else is nicer, so... But we'll see how it does, especially on landings. Because I still see we're stuttering every so often. Was so disappointed by 24 release, tried hard for 2 months, I ditched it and kept going on 2020. Haven't played 2020 since 24 released. Have you been? Yes, I have, FMJ. Love it. Who was that in the A10? Oh, it's Mister. Hello. Welcome, everyone. And Hiko-san. Tall Dog. I'm pretty sure that's a random player. Because they were... I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Because they were at Colorado Springs at the terminal when we got there. That's why I don't like flying in a live stream. Because you know, we switch out of cameras a lot. So... I don't really like that stuttering for a few seconds.
No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff. No takeoff.
Is that because of trim?
No takeoff. No takeoff.
I think it's because of trim. Yeah, that's great. I think you can kind of see why I don't like the longitude very much. Far too much stuttering. And that was just on takeoff. I'm just going to do a pattern here, do a touch and go, see how it is. If it keeps stuttering like that, I'm just going to switch out of it, because I'm not going to deal with that.
TOS available.
Oh no, I was just wondering though. I wasn't aware of any issues with it, and I just like how it looks. Oh, it's all good, Wolf. I mean, I always like to come back to it just to kind of see, because again, I haven't flown this in a while. It's all good. Let me see if I can load passengers in here. Go to flight performances, mass and balance, go to seats, do a little bit of a quick fill right here, and then you go down to load aircraft, and then from there you do load immediately, and then it should load everybody on in, and we should see people back here. Nope. Oh yeah, there they are. There they go. So there you go. Hopefully we enjoyed that speedy tutorial, but no, serious, I'll do it slow for you. I didn't mean to. Oh, it says the loading of your. That's funny. It says failed, but didn't actually fail. So, anyways, I'll go slow here so you can see what's going on. So, anytime you want to add passengers to your aircraft, you can do it through the EFB before your flight, especially if you're wanting to have passengers load in through the jetway into your airliner. You can do it this way as well, or if you want to load them in while you're in free flight, you just go to aircraft here. Hang on, let me reset this all the way back to step 1 here. So, aircraft tab, flight performances, mass and balance, and then you just do a quick fill on the seats, load aircraft, and then load immediately, and that's it. And then after you do that, you'll have some lovely folks sitting in the aircraft. It's OG Adam. I changed my name. Oh, welcome, Mock. Welcome, welcome, Adam. Hukalea 911. Hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, and I'm very picky about optimization, which is why I talk about it a lot. And when that's the experience out of the plane, that's why I don't fly it. It's just...
Landing gear.
Because as you know from my content, I like to have different camera angles the whole time, and then if I'm getting these stutters every time I want to leave the cockpit, no, I'm good. Because this is the least enjoyable thing, especially on landing. I mean, look at this. Terrible. Now, this plane might be more effective. I'll have to test it without multiplayer, just to kind of see if multiplayer is affecting it, but I don't think that matters. It's just always been my experience with this aircraft. I don't want auto throttle. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that's Toga. Nope. I don't... Leave me alone. I'm so focused on everything else. Now we're stalling the aircraft out. I want my CJ4 again. I miss it so much now flying this thing. Oh, yep, nice. More freezes. Yeah, I'm done with this plane after this. It's kind of the experience I was expecting to have again. Why are you telling me auto throttle? Go away! Oh God, I'm done. I'm done with this stupid plane. Oh my goodness, the thing is just... Oh, get me back into my favorite. Get me back into this. I need a cleanse after that. That was only 5 minutes of flying that thing, and I'm already done for another few months. I hate that thing. Absolutely hate that aircraft. Just completed a 12-hour flight in career mode in my A330-300 and Xbox Series S. Did not think my Xbox would let me do that long of a flight. Very nice, Joshua. That's awesome. Glad you had a successful flight. Oh, hi CJ4. Your big brother sucks. Oh, man. Alright. Oh, it's nice being back. What is Simon flying over? Is that the... Oh, it's the goose. Very nice. Alright. That's set up. Emergency lights are armed. Static heat on. Better than Pwn Stars 69. Absolutely, Mach 2. I agree. I was gonna say something else and I forgot. Oh, server. This is US East now, since US West has been retired, as well as North Europe servers. So North Europe and West US are now gone. Oh, and Castaway in the Optica, very nice. Uh-oh, that's not recoverable. Excuse me. I still love that livery on the TBM though. That looks awesome. But every time I turn on cursor mode, I feel like my plane is going to crash because I have no control. Is that normal? So if you're flying with the joysticks, then yes. The feature's there to be helpful, but most of the time it just sucks, so I wish it would go away or make a toggle for it, because I dislike it, because sometimes it'll override your autopilot that you have set, it'll dip the plane down, or anything, like it's not helpful in the slightest, and it just needs to go away. So if you're flying with gyroscope, it does not affect you, which is another reason why gyroscope is just awesome. As if it needed yet another reason to be cool. Oh, A10 is freaking everything out here. Oh, trying to do... Oh, yeah, that didn't go well. I was trying to do it from outside, and we're gonna bail on that. Trying to get a cool shot of the takeoff. But alright, let's head south. I'm not gonna go too fast here, since I know a lot of you are in some prop aircraft, so I'll try to go as slow as I can with this. That way you can kind of keep up with us here. But hello, Thomas and Oscar and Marco and Paul and Kiwi Flyer, welcome as well. Thanks for joining, everybody. Who was that? Oh, it's Mr. in the A10. Oh yeah, let's head down to New Mexico here. Who is that? Who's Steve? And why is he in a Robinson helicopter F-18? Oh, man. Hey man, watching on my way to work. Also, can anyone elaborate on what the settings have to be to get the best graphics of FPS? My PS5 Pro seems to struggle to get to 60 FPS often. Well, I don't change anything, so I'm no help with that information. Plus, it also just depends on the plane you're flying. Others are better optimized than most. Yeah, but I don't know why auto throttle was on anyways, because I never engaged it to begin with, so I don't care. Longitude sucks. Currently. Any tips on preventing the 787 from shooting straight up into the sky? It sounds like you're over speeding, so it's going to correct it by climbing, if that's what we're talking about. The only other thing I can think of is your trim set too high. But I can always take a look at it here once we get to another airport. And it's Daniel! That's another new name as well. Welcome. Oh, Volvo's here as well. Very nice. Oh, by the way, I'm going to go as slow as I can. I'm at 230 knots. Oops. Sorry, I'm in career mode on my thought process with the plane. Embry. I don't think we have any Embry airplanes on any platform currently. But yeah, back to cursor mode. So when you're in gyroscope mode, I'm still in full control over the aircraft. Because if we're not in gyroscope mode, the plane, I mean, normally, it doesn't always freak it out, but there's some situations where it'll help. Other times it won't do anything. You see the plane's just now going to slam into the ground if we don't do anything. So overall, the cursor support mode, whatever you want to call it, it's just, I want it to be a thing that doesn't exist. Because most of the time, it's not being helpful in the slightest. But yeah, when you're flying with gyroscope mode, you can enter cursor mode. It's not going to override anything, which is nice. So you'll be able to just have full control over the aircraft while still manipulating anything in the cockpit or your EFB, whatever you're trying to do. So always nice and helpful. In career mode, when you move to the larger airliners, does it teach you everything in order to press to take off autopilot systems and land? No. So you'll of course have the quick start, as you do with any aircraft, so R1 down on the D-pad. But autopilot and all that stuff, you're just doing that on your own. Hello, Dank, welcome. I got a cheap mouse, Logitech M317, works great. Very nice, glad you're enjoying the mouse. I mean, for the most part, autopilot's not that difficult on airliners. I mean, if you're proficient in it from general aviation to these private jets, it's a pretty similar experience, especially the basics. Getting the plane into nav mode, following an altitude that you want it to be at, all that type of stuff. So, I mean, in general, getting things into autopilot in the airliners, once you're proficient in it with the other planes, you'll be fine. But I did a whole stream over ILS approach with the Airbus, and I think we did it in the 737? I kind of forgot now. Were we getting that stuttering with the Albatross too? Because I don't think we were. I don't know what's happening here. I hope it's not because of USE server and the whatever, the millisecond ping rate. We'll have to wait and see. For the cursor, the best is to plug in a mouse. I'm good. No interest with a mouse. Saw an E2 Embraer at Auckland Airport in career mode, also loads of Dash 8. Well, yeah, there's a ton of passive aircraft. We're talking about actual flying, ones you can fly personally. There's no Embraer. Because for passive aircraft, there's about 400 different things from different companies and everything, so... Because the CJ-4 at one point was another one of those aircraft, like the Longitude, that was terribly optimized. So I'm so glad it's at the point where it is now. But it's not seeming... I'm kind of worried now, because... I'm hoping, because now that we're on a further... Like, I don't think that would matter. I don't know. We'll have to do some more investigating on that. Oh my. A-10 shadow on the plane. I like seeing everybody flying in the little canyon groove down there. And Gamer, so I mean, are you just trying to do some landings in a 172? Just, again, go basic to start things off, especially for landings. It'll help out tremendously just to kind of get a feel for what you're needing to do on landings, and then you can work your way up from that. And respect, we are south of Pueblo, so K-Pub. Oh, goodness, I didn't even mean to go this fast. Hang on, sorry, everybody. Thankfully, this plane doesn't have auto throttle. I'll deal with that nonsense. But yeah, so K-Pub. And we're heading into New Mexico. And I think I'm going to make a little pit stop at KTAD. Kilo Tango Alpha Delta. Elevation of 5,753 feet. Perfect. To KTAD we go. Switch to something else here. Because I'm way too far ahead of most of you guys. Get something a little bit slower. And I want to see if this stuff is happening now more so because of US East. I really hope that's not the case, because that's going to be even more annoying that US West servers are gone. So we'll see. It sounds like you're pushing the nose down then on landing, because if you're forcing the plane to the ground, that's how you're bouncing it. So we'll do another little 172 tutorial here. Oh, speaking of 787. And CJ's, good morning, or good evening. Hopefully you're having a lovely Friday, or had a lovely Friday, I should say. trim this out just a little bit. There we go. That way I'm not fighting the plane so much. Let's go ahead and bring that power on back. Same here, Neil. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Aces of Thunder as well. It'll be fun having something combat related. I mean, it's not something I'm generally too interested in, but I love the PlayStation VR 2 headset. So I'm sure it'll be a fun experience. Doing good. Bought my third longitude, one in Europe, one in the Americas, and one currently in Japan. About to fly into Indonesia and then hop over to Oceania. Very nice, CJs. Very nice. Let's say the runway is not. And there's a grass strip as well. Yeah, that's what it's lined up with. We're not going to be landing on that, so let's go to the left. And we'll make our landing from the north. Excellent. But yep, and then at this airport of Kilo Tango Alpha Delta on US East servers, in case you're still wanting to join on up, we'll do a little touch and go with the 172, and then we'll continue heading south. We'll probably head over to this lake here, kind of go into a bit of a mountainous area. I think that'll be kind of a nice flight with everybody. And Ash, good evening, Cow and fellow aviation geeks. Good evening to you. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Hopefully you had a great Friday. There's an airport somewhere over here. Should be here-ish. I think I might see a bit of it. All these planes in my way. I'm just kidding. Alright. Pretty sure it's here. Oh, no, there it is. I see it. Got the hangars and all that. Nice little airport. I like it. I do like visiting those in real life, too. Idle. First notch of flaps in. descend, because we have to get down to about, what did I say, 5,300 feet in elevation. Second notch of flaps. Landing gear down. Should see 3 green right here. Perfect. Oh, hello. I didn't turn enough. Very good. Small airport, but still has pappy lights. Landing into the wind. And engage the brakes, because we don't have reverse thrust in the CJ4. F-18 glitching my audio out. And there we have it. But alright, let's pop into the Cessna 172 here. Been having a spring clean around the house as can't work still as temps are too low. Oh no, well hopefully they warm on up for you, Ash. How do you get that map on the EFB? On just the satellite imagery? So if you open up the EFB and then go to the map settings button right here in the bottom right. Maps. And then from there you can switch it to default, terrain, or satellite view. And that's all there is to it. All right. Hi 172, haven't flown you in a little bit. Let's get our mixture full. Quarter throttle. Fuel pump on. Keys to the right. Oh, why did that... What? I hit this. Fuel pump off. And there we have it. Clear out the screen. Get our lights on. And away we taxi. Should have enough room here, hopefully. If not, we'll be in the grass a little bit. 55 knots, pull back. Oh, it's Skidoo! And a DC-3 with FMJ. So, I pulled the flaps up a little early here, but that's okay. We're getting our speed up. Not too worried about it. So what we're going to do here is just the basics of landing again. And somebody said something about ATC. I have a whole video going over different stuff with ATC, but the basics are just, this is your communication window. I'm not going to have it on here because I don't want to listen to them when I'm streaming, but you'll be able to tune to the towers, get ground stuff, you know, pushbacks, fuel, jetways, everything connected through here, and all of your regular ATC stuff through this window. But again, I have a video going over all of that. Ooh. Servers are not liking the multiplayer audio for some reason. It's glitching out everything. I really hope they didn't change something, because it was perfect before, and then it's kind of degraded again, because I'm getting these stutters now with every plane, which is really worrying with multiplayer. I don't know why that's happening again. But anyways, we're going to get our first notch of flaps in here. It's probably what I'm going to land with. I typically do not go too wide of a range with flaps in a 172, so we'll just have that one notch in there. Going to bring our power back. We're sitting around 70 knots. Where's our airport at? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm always overshooting the thing because I'm not turning enough. We'll do a couple of these. That way I can set this up a bit easier here. But yep, sitting around 70 knots. Let's bring this back a little bit more because we're going to be gaining some speed because of us being a bit higher than we want to be. We shouldn't be too far off the glide slope because, as usual, you want 2 white, 2 red, or 1 white, 1 red. With this setup, that means you're on the correct glide slope. And I'm going to go idle. We've reached the end of the runway, or the start of the runway, whichever you'd like to call it. And then from here, we're going to bring the nose up just a bit. That was a bit harder than I want, but you want the plane to lose its airspeed on its own. You don't want to force it down, because if you push the nose down, I'll showcase what that does. Because, like, let's say we're up here and we're like, oh, I want to land. Let me push the nose down. You're gonna bounce all over the place. It's not gonna be a pretty landing. So here, let me go wider so I can actually line up correctly this time around. And nice CJs. And De Cruz from Frankfurt, Germany. Well, welcome. Happy to have you here. Is that a Chinook? don't know what I'm looking at over there. There's two things inside of each other. I just can't see it. But hello, Hall. Welcome as well. Oh, and tighten up. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So cool seeing new names still. I love that. Get our one and only notch of flaps here. You can see we're one white, one red. Now we're two red, which means we're too low. So instead of pulling up, we're just going to stay level until we get that light there. Perfect. Again, most setups are 4 lights. Sometimes at small airports you'll have these 2. Same concept. You want to see 1 red, 1 white for this setup. And then if it's 4 lights, it's 2 white, 2 red. That means you're on the glide slope. Oops, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. There we go. I'm going to idle out already because I'm too focused on talking about pappy lights. So we're going to be coming in a little faster. I'm going to put in the second notch of flaps now, just to bleed off this airspeed a bit quicker. And then again, bring the nose up. And you'll see the plane is going on the ground on its own. And then that's how you can get some nice, smooth landings through an A-10. And I'll do it one more time, and then we'll start heading south here. I'll switch... Oh. Wake turbulence is a thing all of a sudden. I don't know why it picks and chooses when it wants to do it, but that's what that was. Oh yeah, this place is packed, no doubt. And the fighter jets are jacking up my external audio. Just trying to get a little space here on the landing part. That was me freezing the sim, by the way. That wasn't just like a really long hang. Already have our one notch of flaps in, perfect. I'm gonna idle out already. So still keeping that one notch of flaps in. Push that nose up. Ignore everything going on in front of us. Oh, this is why I wanted to have a... Doing tutorials with multiplayer is not ideal, I'll tell you that. Goodness gracious. Because when everybody's saying around, like, right next to you, that's when the multiplayer can kind of cause some things, but still. Hopefully that makes sense regarding the landings. And hopefully you can use that to better your own. Let's go into... We'll do the Piper. Haven't flown the Piper in a little bit. Go for green. Little green livery today. And we'll put some fairings on it as well. Why not? Okay. I didn't realize there's different liveries for the fairing one. Hang on. Because right as I click back, I'm like, oh, it's not green anymore. That's sad. I'm not really... Do you need to see something specific with the Vision Jet? Because... Oh, that's why we're... Because everybody's like right next to us today. Oh, yeah. But alright, let's get airborne and head south finally. This is Piper Air Superiority Squadron doing an alert takeoff here. We're locked and loaded. Loaded with 5 heat-seeking missiles under each wing. Let's do... Probably 10,000 feet is what we're wanting for now. Let's get our heading set up to the right just a little bit, maybe, for now. Go. Oh! I didn't realize we were going back... Okay. Well, they're still there, so it's fine. I didn't realize we were descending. Oops. At first, I was like, wow, when did they add collisions with multiplayer players? Yeah. Yep, everything's fine. Acquire my GPS, please. Thank you. Let's do 8,000. 10,000 is gonna be a little too high, I think. And there we go. Away we go to the south. It's a great one to fly, Four Corners. I love the Piper. I hope we get more Pipers in. And Jesse, nice! I hope you're having a blast with the sim. Very cool. I have the HOTAS 4, very hard to set it up though. It should have everything... Should have buttons already mapped out, if it's like the PC and Xbox side of things with the HOTAS 1. But hopefully get the hang of it. Cheers, I'll do many of them. Just now knowing where to drop the power will probably help. I've been doing all wrong. Nice. I'm hoping it helps out for you and get some nice landings going, gamer. Alright. All the key bindings have to be inserted on the PS5 throttle keybind is very confusing. Really? They don't have that? That's weird. Because normally all that stuff just has everything default ready to go. But anyways, regarding that, you'll want to... let me see if I can find it really quick. Because for throttle, you need to find the throttle axis. And then there is where you would do... Because you just have to move your throttle, and then you're good to go. Because then it knows to have, you know, go back and forth depending on what throttle you're wanting. And you would put it in axis over on the right side, not airplanes. I think, if I remember correctly. I haven't used my HOTAS 1 in forever, so I'm kind of out of knowledge on that since I'm not too familiar with it. Speed up, slowed down, time, key binding is a headache. Nope. All you gotta do is go to controls. Search. Slew. Or not slew. Sorry. I'm... Sim rate. I was like, wait, well, I don't have sim rate binded. No, that's the wrong thing. So type in sim rate and then decrease sim rate. You can do maybe triangle down on the D-pad. Increase sim rate, triangle up on the D-pad. Something that you want. So, yep. Just those two right there. And that's it. Does Microsoft Flight, not Microsoft, oh my goodness, I can't type. Flight Simulator 2024 have keybinds already for the HOTAS 4. No, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 does not have automatic preloaded keybinds for the Thrustmaster HOTAS 4 like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 did. You must manually set... That's weird. Why? That doesn't make any sense. That is quite annoying to do all of that, because I couldn't imagine... Because everything else was fine, and... Especially since that was the only one supported, you would have thought it would already... Well, sorry to hear that. Because forget that. I don't want to set all that up. It's gonna be a couple weeks when Sim Update 5's beta will begin. Oh, nice T6, Daniel. I was gonna do this stream today with... Oops, I did not mean to do that. I was gonna do this stream today and grab the Coronado T34B that released yesterday, but at this point, I don't know, I'm good right now. I want to buy stuff on PlayStation. I love the gyroscope controls so much. I miss it anytime I'm not flying on the PlayStation. It's just so good. Because don't get me wrong, I like the Coronado plans. I know there's some people that are like, oh, I don't care. I like them. They do what I want from them. They run really well, so I'll probably pick up the T34 when it releases here. This is a really nice area, by the way. Looks great in the sim. What's Paul doing in the water? CL2T, I don't remember that one. I'm assuming a water plane of some sort. Oh, it's your first time flying it? Nice. I mean, I think it's a fun one. I like the audio with it as well. Because the T6 Tex and the P51 and the Albatros are all three are here for the Reno Air Races. Oh, speaking of P51. The gears or the flaps to cover the gears are just open all the time on multiplayer models. They definitely have some work to do on multiplayer models in general, both with model matching and tweaking some of the stuff. Oscar's gears are down from a distance. Very nice, little air show going. A10. Absolutely destroying my Piper in half. I'm assuming you're not in a 730. You are in a 7. How are you not stalling that thing on out? Oh, that's great. Boeing business jet livery always looks nice. Well, whatever was going wrong with multiplayer seems to kind of had a nice reset or something. I don't know, but it's much smoother now than it was earlier, which is great to see. Because it was getting a little bit worrying. I was like, what's happening here? With the VR, will it be controller still, or those handheld things, do you know? The PS Portal? Wait, I'm confused. What do we mean for, like flight sticks? Because you can use whatever you want. If you have a HOTAS 4, you can use that. If you want to just use the DualSense controller, you can use that as well. Not sure what the case is going to be with the Sense controllers, you know, the VR controllers, and what its capabilities will be. Because they haven't talked too much about that just yet, so we'll have to wait and see on that. To 10,000 feet, we shall climb. We don't have to climb that much. 800. There we go. Is FMJ in a Piper as well? He is. I just want to make sure it was an actual Piper and not a 787 Piper. Nice. As a matter of fact, this is made by Car and Auto, isn't it? It is. No wonder I like it. Because they make great general aviation planes. To me, they're probably my favorite one. Always decently priced, nothing that's extravagantly priced, and it's great quality, I think. You're in the Viking. Oh, gotcha, Paul. All right. And nice. Appreciate the tip, old useless gamer. Still, oh, that name. It's unbelievable. And VR will be releasing... Why are we struggling? Oh, that's why. Hang on. Didn't adjust the mixture. We'll go... Oops, I don't want to go that much. There we go. Oh, Pull it out? Nope, we're not pulling that out. Oh, I still have... Oh, wait, no I don't. Goodness. I don't know why it was... We weren't even climbing that high of a rate. I'm not sure why it was struggling to get to 10,000. Anyways. What's the ceiling on this? 17,500. So yeah, I don't know why it was having such an issue. Because we were right around here on a climb, so it wasn't anything that was like, oh, here's 3,000 feet per minute. Weird. But here, I'll handle it autopilot since you want to be a pain. See, was it that difficult to get to 10,000 plane? No, it was not. You just wanted to be a pain. Alright, let's try this again. Oh my. Okay. Oh. Why do you... Oh my. Okay, are we fine? Hello? What is happening here? Nice. I'm glad you just dropped 600 feet for no reason at all. Excellent. Well, alright, we're finally situated after that nonsense. Good afternoon from Brazil. Welcome from Brazil, Will. I modified the wire, extended, and still work 100%. What? But bindings never had to do a thing. I use controller hose for keyboard and mouse. Gotcha. Very nice. How to synchronize flight plan with the ATC of arrival airport in career mode, because they say something doesn't clear you to land as planned. I've never had to do anything with career mode in ATC. It's always just been spawn in, get ready to go, they know where I'm heading, and I'm out. So I'm not sure. And Logan, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Getting a tad bit snowy out here. And let me guess, you're not going to correct it, are you? Of course not. God, I hate it. I hate that stupid thing so much. Because it's funny, it does it the first time, and then after that it never does it again. It's just so... Because it's so annoying how it overrides your own autopilot too, which is just why it's the dumbest feature. It needs to just be cut from the sim. But anyways, what I was originally going to do... Let's see where I'm at. Because we may as well go to some heavier peaks here. It is FMJ. Love living here. It's funny, you know the video I did over the, I don't remember what it was anymore. The old World War aircraft. I had a comment about, you know, that terrible artwork. It's like, well, how you're flying the plane, how many times are you going to look under the wing? What does that have to do with anything? Why do people just let trash art slide? I don't get it. If I'm spending $25+ for a plane, I want it to look like this. You know, something that looks like some effort was actually put into it, as opposed to, oh, slap a 2D image on top of it and terribly place it. But it's just always so weird to me how people defend that. It's like, oh, well, how many times are you going to see that? Well, a lot, because I actually don't just sit in the cockpit view the whole goddamn time. Again, model matching is broke. You'll see people in A10s, that's just how it is right now. Nothing can be done about it. I'm assuming Heavy Cargo is still going to be releasing before that beta happens. Because it was supposed to release with Sim Update. I really hope it's not a Sim Update 5 thing now. We'll have to wait and see, but it should be a server-side thing before that, I would hope. Because we've been waiting for that since Sim Update 3, and then it was pushed back to Sim Update 4, and hopefully not a thing we have to wait until spring for yet again. It's a good plane for beginners. Either this one right here, the 172 would be my recommendations. Can't get any missions beside light cargo, have all certs, nothing pops up. Are you finishing the gold missions? Because, I mean, once you have the certification, or are you finishing the specializations is more of what I should be asking. Because anytime a specialization's unlocked, you have to finish the first mission in order for missions to spawn all over the world. Yep, Monorific, my career series will continue whenever new stuff gets added to career. Absolutely. And Steven, no worries at all. Always happy to have anybody join on in for the flights. They're gonna finally. Well, I'm hoping it's gonna be before Sim Update 5. I don't want to wait another Sim Update for those mission sets that we've been waiting for since about the middle of the summer of last year. So, we'll see though. And it's just been such a tease too, because twice now, it's been in change logs where it's like, oh shoot, wrong button, sorry. But yeah, it's been in changelogs twice. Once in the beta, once in the official Sim Update 4 release, and then it's like, oh, it's not ready yet. It's like, oh, you... How dare you? I think I'll break out of autopilot for a little bit here. Fly around the nice snowy pine trees. Wow, people are getting nice and close here. break away for a little bit. Yeah. Not a fan of this whole situation going on here. So much so, we're gonna bail out. Uh-oh. There may be no bailing out. To be honest with you, we've gone into a terrible situation that requires intervention. Oh, man. Hopefully nobody was following me in that destination, because I was too in fighter pilot mode. See, this is why you do not follow other people. If I stayed at the altitude we were at, we would have been fine, but descending down to the valley there didn't help out. Do we have an airport nearby here? Looks like we have a dirt runway or something, at least. It looks more like a road that I guess is used for a... I'm fine with it. Let's land there. Let's make it happen. Kilo Alpha November Lima. Angel Fire Airport. Makes sense. That's why it's just a dirt road. Or is it to the side of the road? I see like a random... Maybe it's that. No, that... I don't know what I'm looking at, actually. I think I'm just going to use the road, honestly. Let's do that. Just north of that lake we're seeing there. Why did they put the Aviator Xbox Club livery in there? That was from 2020 for... I didn't even realize those liveries were in the sim still. That's funny. I wish I had the beta one that, or the alpha one that they gave out to alpha testers in 2020. That always looked cool, the 787 all blacked out with the Flight Sim blue on there. They never did that again, unfortunately, because I guess people were complaining about that too, for whatever reason. Oh. You know what I think? I bet the Pelican will make a return when that Halo remaster thing comes out. Since it's releasing on all platforms, it'll probably come back at that point with maybe something else. Don't know why I just thought about it, but it would make sense. Oh boy, it's uphill too, but I see the... not really runway, but we'll make it one. Four corners I'll look, because I'm assuming you haven't purchased the companies yet. Hello, Sim. Hello, hello. Looks like Paul going for a water landing in the lake. Nice. One notch of flaps again. Looks funny not seeing any snow on this patch though, because it's a road, so it doesn't cover it. Nice. Here, I'll be right back. So, regarding career and missions and the other companies, there's a few things you need to look at. First things first, certifications. Each one gives different aircraft and different missions that are available for you to do. From there, your specializations. You need to make sure you complete the prerequisites in order to unlock the other companies. Because if you don't, it won't be green. And if you do have these green, you need to make sure that you're finishing that first mission, because if you're not finishing that initial mission, you're not going to see any other ones around the world. I don't know if I have any more sitting around. Oh yeah. So like, for example, if I want to do hoist missions, I won't be able to do that until this mission is done. And that goes for everything from cargo to medium cargo, search and rescue in a fixed-wing aircraft. We have aerial advertising, fixed-wing agricultural aviation, firefighting, and all that. So everything that we've shown, we have to pay attention to that. You have to complete this first mission, or you won't see those missions at all. Then, after you're done with that initial mission, you have to buy the company. No, career mode is single player. Then under My Companies, you need to go to Create Companies, and from there, you have to purchase it in order to buy planes for it. So let's say you're wanting to do firefighting. I won't be able to buy the CL-415 unless I own the company, or aerial construction, whatever the case may be. So once that's done, then you'll be able to go to cargo, buy an aircraft. Oh, hang on, get over there, thank you. And then from there, you'll be able to buy from light cargo all the way up to medium cargo and soon heavy cargo. And then the same goes for any other mission type, from medevac to everything. So, there we go. Because there's never been an instance in thousands of hours of career mode where I've ever run into not being able to purchase any planes for anything, so. Sim Update 2's or Sim Update 5's beta will be in a couple weeks. In a couple weeks. So there we go. That's that. Does the XP1 have audio yet? I doubt it does. But just do a quick little check on it, because I haven't messed with it in forever, so. Nope. One day we'll have audio on it. But today is not one of those days. Well, somebody was asking about the 787 and it pitching up, so let me just do that real quick. Because I'm assuming they're just overspeeding the aircraft. I'm sure our wings won't clip anything. And if Collins, hello, thanks for the flight. Been watching for a while and thought I would try flying with you all. Nice. Thanks for flying with us. Hopefully you had a blast. Oh, good. Tire malfunction. Sure, that's fine. Look at all that snow. Uh-oh. Multiplayer's not helping us out. At all. Oof, goodness. Is that actually an airport? Oh, it is. I should have just went. I didn't even realize there was an airport over here. I just saw the dirt road. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I think this landing gear malfunction warning is popping up because of the Piper. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Load them. I mean, I personally don't recommend the Aviator Edition because most of the planes support nothing in 24 because they're all just 2020 planes. Is it really windy? What is going on here? Oh my. We have to bank this thing over to the right. Oh, what is happening? I don't... I'm sorry? What is going on with this? I mean, what? That wasn't me pushing the nose. Like, I don't know what that was. Was that supposed to be turbulence or something? Of course not. I don't know. I'm sorry. What is this nonsense there? Is that supposed to be turbulence or something? Like, I don't know what I'm witnessing here. I don't know why the throttle's not listening. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen something so weird. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be turbulence, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why throttle's not listening to me either. Okay, I'm trying to... I want to see this without... Like, go up in speed. What are you doing? Please. Plane's not listening to crap I'm doing here. I'm not sinking, leave me alone. Wow. What is that? That is hilarious. What a random thing to run into. One more test. I just want to see if it does it at really high speeds too. Because, wow. Just get me to full power. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That is some goofy crap right there, I know that. I have no throttle controller. Oh, there it goes, finally. Yeah, it doesn't matter what speed. That's supposed to be turbulence. Wow. It just pushes your nose down. I'm not even, I'm pulling full back. Wow. Okay. And it feels like I'm fighting like a heavy crosswind too, and there's nothing. That is odd. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, look at that. I'm full stick back, and it's just like, oh, you want to go to the ground? Hang on. Is it happening with everything, or is that just a 787 thing going on right now? Because this is weird. Has nothing to do with speeding up. It has nothing to do with auto throttle either. It's nothing to do with any of that. auto throttle on or off isn't going to make the plane just go nose down for no reason and not being able to recover from it. What is happening with the throttle? Nice. The throttle's doing nothing. It just stays in climb. What is this like the Bermuda Triangle of Colorado and New Mexico? What's happening here? What is this nonsense we're seeing? The way I'm doing that is slew mode. So if you just search in controls for SLEW, that is where you'll be able to see that.
Kilo Alpha, X-ray traffic. Boeing Victor India Charlie 42. Taking off runway 17. Departing straight out. Kilo Alpha, X-ray.
Must not like spawning. I don't know. I'll have to do some more investigating afterwards, but I just want to do a quick loop here. That's all I was wanting to show, but throttle wasn't changing at all after that. Do a quick loop here because I just want to see if every other plane is reacting that way. I doubt it, but I don't know what's going on with that 787. I can't believe the new Alaska liveries is getting rid of that tail. It's like Aurora Borealis now or whatever, but I don't know what's with brands always getting rid of their iconic look. Just dumb. looking at? Oh, we should be fine.
1,000.
Is the HUD still messed up on this? Yep. Because it's still at a weird angle where you have to adjust to even see anything. The light probably still broke back here. Making flying the 737 at night absolutely horrendous. Because that light just is as bright as it can be. And there's no way of shutting it off. But sorry, I think I got distracted by the nonsense that was going on. Regarding Aviator Edition, it's just most of the planes I don't have too much interest in. A couple of them are good. ATR is going to be getting a new update, so that'll be separate from the Aviator Edition anyways, I'd imagine, in the marketplace next, or this year, when it gets a full 2024 update. But other than that, most of the other planes just aren't worth the time. Yeah, see, the 787 would have already been doing nonsense here.
300. 200.
Much better. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't every plane. I would have been annoyed by that. So, just the 787 thing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, that was sweet. That was nice. I'm happy with that. That's what's always funny about doing live streams, though, is, you know, everything's going fine, but if there's something that's actually sim related that's glitched out, people are always like, oh, you're going too slow, or this is happening. It's like, no, it has nothing to do with that, thank you. I am very happy with that landing. Holy crap. That was nice. But alright. Anyways. Let's see, what's our final aircraft here? Let's make it... Honestly, let's kind of go H225. Just kind of do a little bit of fun with it around the mountains here to wrap things on up. How do you rewind in free flight? That is slew mode, S-L-E-W. So if you just go to controls, search for slew, you can toggle slew mode. I have it set to square and left on the D-pad. And the Cessna's like... I mean, see, those are the moments where, honestly, the model matching braking is fantastic. Just seeing random planes doing things a helicopter's supposed to be doing, it is quite hilarious to me. We still don't know who's taken over the H225 since High Performance Group has been dropped. So I'm sure we'll get some new information on that once the second update comes out for it. Ooh, nice. The A330, right? Nice. See, I'm getting better at disclosing or figuring out what airline I'm looking at. It is FMJ. I like it's actually I might actually do some testing around here. It's a nice long runway. Some nice views around. I like it. Alright, where are we heading to? Let's head to... what's KSAF? Is that Santa Fe? Let's head to Santa Fe, huh? Let's do it. Southwest of us. Kilo Sierra Alpha Foxtrot. Who's this? It's Marco and an H225 as well. Nice. Oh shoot, I didn't have, that's why. Hold on, let me reset that some. There we go, perfect. Ooh, why are we spinning like this? Calm down, come on, there we go. All is well. Ears up. And let's get to Santa Fe, New Mexico. I use this for search and rescue now. It's so, I mean, I've said it before, but it's so nice having the H225 actually be flyable. Using it in career mode. It's been a great search and rescue vehicle for me. Great looking helicopter too. But my immersion. Wait, what broke the what immersion have I broken? Excuse me? We're all about immersion here. Fine, we'll just be in cockpit view forever. 100% of the stream. I could never do that. Just having this view for hours, like what's even the point? There's no way. I love getting different perspectives during a flight. Regarding your flight plan, you need to pull the heading knob. So, in the Airbus, when you're highlighted or clicked on the heading, it's square to pull it. It might be right on the mouse key, whatever you're using. But yeah, from there, you'll lose the heading direction. It'll be 3 dashes and a circle to the right of that, and that's nav mode. So if you're not selected on that mode, the aircraft is not going to follow your flight plan. What's the issue, Dan? Let me guess. Very small airports it gives you. I'm just gonna guess regarding what you're gonna say. Do you know when there will come more liveries for the planes? That'll be happening in the spring, when Sim Update 5 releases with an overhauled marketplace. That is why there's a delay on that. But yeah, when Sim Update 5 releases, you'll be able to purchase everything that you're seeing in my new marketplace videos. Those will be releasing for you as well. And then you have tons of different livery packs to choose from and all that good stuff. Dan, don't you delete your comment. What were you asking? I will happily answer. You don't have to delete the comment, because we all read it already. It's too late. The evidence is out there. Because if it is the short runway, I have a way to avoid that 100% of the time. I've been doing that with all my planes, and the experience has just been tremendous. Never had to deal with anything regarding no lights on the runway, no drag race strips turned into airport type situations or any of that nonsense. So, and Jason, hi Cowtown, what is that called where you just went from the cockpit to the rear cabin, and how do you control it? It's a secret. I'm just kidding. You hold L1 on the controller. This is default control, so you don't have to do this yourself. You just hold L1 and then it's an FPS game pretty much. Left stick to move around, right stick to look around, and then from there you can navigate through pretty much all the aircraft in the sim. Some of them are not having a cockpit to walk around in, but pretty much 90% of the aircraft in the sim will let you do this. But yep, so the entire time you're holding L1 and then the left and right analog sticks to move around, and then the left trigger to lower the camera, right trigger to raise it. Dan, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for your new comment. You can't just come in here, ask a question, and then retract the question and then just disappear. This is unacceptable. When will deliveries come again? PMDG? All of it's spring. Spring. Sim Update 5's release will bring an overhaul marketplace, and that's when you'll be able to get a lot of third-party stuff like the PC and Xbox on PlayStation. How's everybody doing back there? Happy to see so many of you still flying with me. Appreciate everybody else who was flying with us earlier. Always awesome to see so many of you. Hopefully you still enjoyed. I know we didn't do anything too crazy regarding like a specific flight or anything, but you know, still got the little tutorial stuff in there and all that. But hopefully you're still enjoying the flight anyways. And you're welcome, Fair and Jason. Oh my, what in the world? See the Huey and now you don't. Are you in a... I'm assuming that's the H225, right? Oh, where did FMJ go? Oh wait, I can just go out. That's perfect. Yeah, it is the H225. Nice, the blue one. Yep, DJ, we should be seeing quite a few new ones this year. From pretty much everybody. Because the reason there was such a delay is even the peripheral companies didn't know that the PlayStation 5 version was happening. And they said that after they announced it, they had a ton of calls from all of them regarding making stuff for the PlayStation. So it should be a great selection coming out throughout the year this year. For those of you interested in getting something other than the Thrustmaster HOTAS 4. It's so nice flying helicopters not using the joysticks, my goodness, because, you know, especially when you're doing longer flights with a helicopter, you're always having to keep the stick at a certain angle in order to keep the same flight, but with the gyroscope control, just lay back, have the controller at an angle, and you're good to go. It's so nice. I love it. I'll never get over how cool gyroscope controls are. unacceptable. Banshee, how dare you let life get in the way of watching my streams? It's unacceptable. But no, it's all good, Banshee. Happy to have you for another stream. No worries at all. Just anytime you can make it, awesome. If not, no worries. Oh! The other thing I wanted to mention too regarding the marketplace video, I keep getting comments about, oh, why don't you do stuff with third-party websites? And I don't care about that. The marketplace videos will only be about the marketplace because in that way it benefits every single viewer on the channel. Because then everybody can utilize it. If I start doing the third-party stuff, which I don't like anyways, I've never liked it because I don't want to have accounts for 8,000 different developers and their websites and these different shops and it becomes so annoying. So that's why that series will always only be focused on the in-sim marketplace. That way every viewer can be excited about it instead of just showing things from a website that's only catering to the PC players. I want that video or that series to cater to every platform. So that's why that series will always be talking about the in-sim marketplace only and nothing outside of it. So just thought I'd clarify that too, because I've seen a few comments about, oh, well, one person, I don't even know what they say. Hang on, let me see if I can find that again. That was pretty hilarious. Hang on. I think it was the first one that came out Monday. Oh yeah, here it is. For a second I thought Microsoft fixed the marketplace. Lol. No, not interested because I just don't bother with the marketplace. I don't buy anything from there. Anything worth buying you can get direct from the devs long before it even comes out on the marketplace. I'm a simmer, not a gamer. So yeah, I just don't bother with the marketplace. Personally, I think the majority of actual simmers would feel the same way and don't bother with the in-game marketplace. The marketplace is more for the console people, and I treat it that way. This whole, thing with some PC players where they just feel like they are the cream of the crop, the most excellent gamers out. I hate that mentality from some people. They make it like, oh, the marketplace is only for those console players. It's just like, what is this? What kind of comment? Oh man, I couldn't believe it when I read that. That crap was just so hilarious to me. Oh goodness. The marketplace is for for gamers, but the third-party websites are for the real simmers. It's like, okay, have fun with it then. Oh man, and Marcus, thanks for stopping on by. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, it's moving. It just really zoomed out. Hang on, let me recenter it. And yes, DJ, it does. That's why I had no interest in getting a flight stick, because I was like, oh crap, this is great. And that is what I use 100% of the time. I'm a simmer, not a gamer, lol. I mean, it's just... Oh, it's just so funny to me when people are acting like... It's just like you said, FMJ, it's like, why aren't you just flying in real life then if you're this sophisticated person of, oh, I'm a simmer, not a gamer. It's like, okay, great. Oh, goodness. Just the things that come from the PC community at times is astounding. Those elite simmers are such a joy. Yeah, no doubt. They're the same ones that ruin the flight sim forums, too. Which is why here, all are welcome, no matter where you play the sim. Plus, I just like the marketplace, because then I'm not having to fight through having all these stupid files and installation things to put into the computer. Like, it becomes such a pain when you're doing it all outside the marketplace. You do it here, you click buy, it initializes, and it's ready to go, and you're done. I love that. Because to me, I'm not really that big on PC gaming in general. I have it, of course. We do stuff with PC. But I still prefer console. And always will. Yep, Banshee. That's why typically I'm only on the forums when there's betas going on. Obviously, I put other reports in too throughout the course of a public release. But yeah, betas are the time when I'm really active there. And then I'm only there to put my reports in. I don't really converse with many people. It's like, I'm just here to relay some information to the devs to hopefully get something fixed or improved, and I'm out. Thanks. That's my extended stay on a forum. That's why I enjoy your streams, calm, laid back, informative, and humorous. I'm glad you enjoy them, Banshee. I love making them, so it's always awesome to see so many of you guys stop by every time, and excited to get back into my update videos with the beta with Sim Update 5 in a couple weeks. That'll be nice. And then, as I said, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the marketplace videos as well. That's been a really fun series to edit and put together. Uh-oh. Are these H225s that aren't loading? There they go. I didn't mean to slow down there too much. Sorry, everybody. Wish the iPad, I'm assuming you mean the EFB here, would give elevation callouts for mountains or hill ranges, almost topographical. I mean, there is a topographic map if you want that. The other thing you can do too is, I really love it with the planner, because this one doesn't give too much detail if I'm not mistaken, it's just the color. But if you go to planner.flightsimulator.com, sign in with your PlayStation account, this is the official online planner for Flight Sim, where you can do all that type of stuff. But that tool has so much more information than what the in-sim EFB has. As a matter of fact, here, hang on. Let me do something real quick. Because I just want to show you what I'm talking about with a picture. Because I'll use this a lot more once they finally get the plane tracker in here. Because if they add that, oh man, I'm going to be on this thing all the time. Because then you can have your plane on a tablet phone, your computer, wherever you're flying on a separate screen, and see all that type of information here. helicopter's gonna be going all over the place for a little bit here. This will be good here. Capture. Add an image. So this is planner.flightsimulator.com here, and the thing I love about it is you get all the different labels, and when you're zooming in you actually get the peaks on there, which is really valuable information, because then you can see like, okay, if I'm at 12,000 feet I might need to climb for this peak here on the path I'm going, and it's such an awesome tool. If you haven't used it yet, it's planner.flightsimulator.com. You can also go to flightsimulator.com and click the planner or online planner button at the top of the screen there. And you can use this, create your flight plans, and then send them to your console, and they'll be ready to go for whenever you want to do it. So if you don't want to create flight plans in the sim itself, it's a free tool that comes with way more functionality than the in-sim EFB. So it's just something I always like to recommend from time to time to use and check out, and just love it. They are FMJ. Because yeah, the topography map here is just not really useful in the slightest. And you're welcome, Four Corners. Oh, Castaway going really close to the tail strike there. Go over to the right just a little bit more. Let's get over to Santa Fe. A little bit further than I thought it was, but that's okay. Shouldn't have any HDR because I don't have any settings for that on my monitor. Because I don't think I can toggle that on or off anyways. Nope. Just using an 8-year-old 1080p monitor. Nice with the Huey Kiwi. Love it. is the top speed of an H225? Is it around where we're at? Oh, good, it is. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because I'm going a little... Oh, actually, I don't even know when I'm going now. I do hope we'll see an update here shortly, though, to fix the screen issues with all the rebooting and a lot of different aircraft. Would love to see that fixed, because I'm kind of overseeing the reboots happening all the time. I'd be even more annoyed with it if it was never rebooting to turn back on, because then it would be a big problem, but still, would like to see that rectified. And then when you do a flight planner flight thing, you'll be able to hit import and then load from web. And then your flight plans will be right here. You'll be able to just hit this. And then just like that, your flight plan you made on that website will be ready to go for you to use in the sim. Just thought I'd showcase that too in case you didn't know. But anyways, that's over in England, so let's get back to where we're at. There we go. Hopefully soon, Jared. Hopefully soon. Because we were just talking about that when we were in the 737 with that annoying dome light that doesn't turn off. And the HUD that's not positioned correctly. Yes, keep flying straight and level. Perfect. Because we're in showcase camera right now, so I don't have any control. And the trim, is something wrong with the trim? Other than it starting at like a -4 degrees on the ground and you don't adjust that, then it's the only thing I know of trim, but I've not had any issues with it otherwise. None that I would recognize at the moment. Just flew the 737 on PS5. Again, don't have anything that I can recall regarding anything with trim being an issue. Hey, it's Rick. Where did that name come from? I didn't even see that the whole time. Welcome. AKM has come back as well. Nice. And then Marco Cast and FMJ just a little bit behind. Excellent. I've made it to VIP Charter Service Private. Nice, Monorific. Very nice. It'll be even better when you get... Oh! What happened to Rick? Oh, nothing. It's fine. The name looked really close to the mountain. I was like, oh no, what happened? That's right. We're in our search and rescue H225. Actually, this might be passenger. It's alright. We've got plenty of seats to rescue multiple people. Which is, again, something else I'd like to see in search and rescue. Instead of it always being one, it'd be nice to have multiple people to pick up. Which then, in turn, could improve the payouts. So if there's only one, it's a bit less. If there's multiple, the payout's higher. You know, stuff like that would be awesome to see for those types of missions. There we go. Got a nice little full cockpit view here. Oh, that's great, Adam. Oh, that's true, FMJ. Trying to cheat the system. Can you help us with the Pilatus PC-12 and removing the discontinuity that comes up? Yes. Absolutely, I'll showcase that here once we're on the ground. We're almost to our destination. Three invisible wall crashes. Oh no, Griddle! I've seen that a couple times now with people having that happen. I've not seen that personally, and I hope I never do, and hopefully you don't see it anymore either. Just another, I'll showcase what I'm talking about. It's another reason, because if you're going to those, like, smaller airports and stuff, it seems like that's where the chances of that happening are much higher. So I'll showcase what I do to avoid all of that, and it's probably why I'm not running into it, so we'll showcase that too. Well, the PC-12 and PC-24 screens are broken right now just for the fact that you can't just click on it. You actually have to scroll and have the screen moving in order for it to register a click. So I'll showcase what I'm talking about with that too here. Once we land in Santa Fe here in the next 5 minutes. Because it is clickable. It's just a weird way of having to do it currently. We ran into that a stream ago. Yeah, I don't know, Griddle then. That's very, very annoying for sure. I was just thinking, it's just like, so many times you're watching something and they just say something random and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what else is annoying? This and blah blah blah. Today's video is sponsored by, it's just like, oh my goodness. Almost everything you watch on YouTube now is sponsored by something. Today's video is sponsored by this crap you'll never buy, but I'm getting money to pay for it, so I'll say I like it. Oh, goodness. But thanks to YouTube Premium, I just skip all that crap. Oh, I mean, that's good, but still, it's still a good amount of time to not get anything out of it because of something out of your control. Carefree knife. What in the world? Maybe we don't go to Santa Fe. What's going on over here? What in the world? What an introduction into Santa Fe with a name like that. Ooh, nice livery choice, Volvo. Very nice. Still amazing to get a free Huey. That was a great surprise. Oh yeah, you don't have to roll it to the top or anything. It's a simple workaround. It's still a weird workaround, but no problem at all. I'll just kind of find a PC-12 career mission, that way there's a flight plan all set up with it. I bet this is a cool road to drive on, just with all the pine trees around. Love those roads. Or it makes you just feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere. I like the USB chargers, by the way. Can I open this without crashing the helicopter? Can I open it at all? No? Probably because the passenger stuff is... Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Don't want to risk it here. Oh, what in the world? Where did knife come from? You slew mode over here? What in the world? We're getting stalked, everybody. Somebody with a knife is here. We're bailing on Santa Fe. Oh. Well, I think that was still a fun flight, though. Mixed up with a few other planes. I'm happy with the H-225 choice. And it doesn't look like Santa Fe is photogrammic. And Lex, I have the cyclic, tail rotor, and collective assists on. Because if you don't, it just, I mean, the only way you'll enjoy flying without the assists is if you have... Oh, it is photogrammic. Never mind. Just on the outskirts there. But yeah, if you don't have a full-on helicopter setup, you're not going to have an enjoyable time, for the most part, flying the helicopters. The land is freaking out around here. These aren't photogrammic, but to the left it was. Probably more towards the downtown area of Santa Fe. Ooh, bumpy over here. Welcome to Santa Fe, everybody. Oh, I see a power chute without its parachute open. Gears down. Pull back. Bleed off that airspeed. Bank to the left. Let's come for a nice, simple landing here. Is Dominator a viewer? Or is this just a... Hopefully it's just a random person. I'll just go land over there. Probably somebody living in Santa Fe just wanting to go for a flight and flight sim, and then all of a sudden these people show up. Yeah, they need to change that, because I don't know, because the Huey crashes with any sort of speed with the doors open, unfortunately. Ooh, calm down. Calm down. Oh. Been wild today, H225. I love the instant stop. It's great. I should have added passengers there. But nice FMJ, very nice, very nice. Thanks for joining the flight, everybody. Hopefully you guys still enjoyed. Big Mac is here as well. It's cool seeing all the H225s here, then a Huey. Nice, again, with the pick Volvo. I like the colors on it. Let me just do a tail rotor inspection here really quick. Yep, they're spinning all right. Looks like you're good, Volvo. But okay, I'm going to head out a free flight here. We'll do a couple checks on some things. And we'll wrap it up there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, thanks for flying with us. To those that left already, thanks for flying as well. And West US servers and North European servers have been retired. They no longer exist. So from now on, we'll be on US East servers. So, again, thanks for flying, everybody. So it was the PC-12. Was there something else that somebody was wanting me to see? I think it might have just been the PC-12. So we'll just pop into that real quick. And TC Marshall, you are welcome. But yeah, so let me just show this real quick and how to go about deleting things from the waypoint on both the PC-24 and 12. It'll be the same step for those as well. Employee, filters, aircraft model, Pilatus PC-12. I'm still hoping Heavy and Super Heavy will make its way in a random update before the beta starts. We'll see, though. Hopefully this will have what I'm looking for here. You too, Banshee, thanks for stopping on by. I don't know why I'm waving at the screen, like, whatever. I don't even know why I said it, but... Unbelievable. A buddy and I intercepted and escorted a random 747 and F-15s the other day. That dude had to be like, what the hell? I'm sure it was. I'm sure he was. Looked out his window and he's like, why are there fighter jets with me? Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting heavy and super heavy cargo for a while with how the initial launch went. But it'll get here at some point. Alright, here, let me get this all done here. Blah, 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 blah. Take the cover off.
Good afternoon. So today we're flying elbow Ks with General Freight. Everything's secure at the back. Nothing's moving. It's going to be smooth and easy.
It's going to be smooth. It's going to be so smooth, it won't even feel like we're moving, because this flight's not going to take off.
To preserve the cargo, but it's crucial you keep a smooth yet quick flight. You also ensure timely arrival. You maintain our high standards
These screens
of
are
service
dirty.
excellence, and everyone's satisfied.
But if I say something about it, there's gonna be comments about, oh well, it's this and that, it's supposed to be like that. And it's like, oh, okay, it's supposed to be a pilot that doesn't take care of his plane. Get out of here. Anyways, so let's see. Do we have any sitting? Of course not. Well, here, I'll just show it any. Well, crap, I want to show it. Crap, hang on. I should have probably done a VIP flight. That'll probably have a more specific set. Of course, the one mission I pick doesn't have it, so let me do a VIP one next. What's happening right now? Helping somebody out is what's happening right now. And then the stream's about to end. So again, this is what I do. Just side note. See on the right side of the screen, the airport, the destination has that green airport icon. Those are the missions I focus on, because then you're going to get an airport that's lit up at night. It'll be a longer runway. Because if you go for, let me see if I can find one really. Yeah, so if, like for example, if we did a medium cargo mission with a PC-24, see the airport icon is now brown at the destination. I just avoid those entirely, and it saves a lot of headaches on running into an airport that has no lights at night. It's too short. It's actually a drag strip that's turned into a runway in the sim for some reason. Focus on going to missions where the destination airport is a green icon, and you'll pretty much be golden with every aircraft and never running into an issue where you're at an airport that should not be an airport for that specific airplane. Kansas City, perfect. That should have one in there. Sim Update 5 is starting in a couple weeks. Didn't I put that in the title? I hope I did. I thought I did. Sim Update 5 beta starting soon. I did starting soon. Well, yeah, 2 weeks. Or a week. One of the two. I said in the beginning, they just said that's the first thing for 2026 in a couple weeks, few weeks, which is awesome. Thanks for helping us all out with all our newbie problems. Really appreciate it. You are welcome. Oh, that is a fantastic livery on that. Ooh. And you're all good, Savvy. No worries. No worries at all. Alright, let's see if this has what I'm looking. Now, of course, I'm wanting to show it, and it's not going to show up with it. If it's not there, it's not a big deal. We'll just do the same steps. I love this. I've never seen this livery before. That looks awesome.
Captain, we're ready. Can we start boarding? Ground service. This is flight RAW 69, parking 1. Clear to start passenger boarding.
All right. There it is. Perfect. So, again, with PC-12 and PC-24, same setup. You can see that if you just click on it, nothing happens. For whatever reason, it wants the screen to be moving, so I just kind of spam the X button a little bit, and then it'll bring up the delete waypoint screen. So you can have it set to where it goes up like that, whatever. But just clicking on it randomly is not going to do anything, so just kind of move the cursor around a little bit, spam the X button. But I just typically move it up just a little bit, hit X, delete the waypoint, and then activate that. It removes it, and the rest of the flight is all set up nicely for the entirety of the flight. And that's it. So as long as it's just moving a little bit, you'll be able to click on each of the boxes. It's not supposed to be that way, it's just a workaround currently. But yep, as that's moving, of course, and then there's one of the planes with the screens that reset every so often. Hope that's fixed. And hopefully that makes sense. So yep, you just move it up. And there you go. Move it up. Move it up. Move it up. Oop, missed that one. That's it. And then you just hit delete waypoint, and that is how it gets removed. Well, cool, everybody. Again, hopefully you enjoyed the stream. And that's all I gotta say. I'm excited for the next couple weeks. Hopefully we're just a couple weeks away from it. Maybe even sooner. That's fine too. Whenever it wants to release. Can't wait to get into the beta for Sim Update 5. And Nashu, you are welcome. Or Nash. Nash oof. 1492, you're welcome. I'm glad that helped, or hopefully it does end up helping you out for future instances while we wait for a fix. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.